Good morning, friends. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Tiffany. Happy Tuesday. So it is Tuesday. It's actually not morning. It's 12:30 at this point. I am sitting out on the back porch, which it has been way too hot to do for the past 2 months. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've sat out on the back porch and listened to a book, and I've missed it. So I came out here, and it's warm, but it's tolerable. It's not like super humid today, so I'm enjoying the heat, just like the warmth of the sun and the breeze and the birds singing, and listening to the book that I started yesterday. If you watched yesterday's vlog, it was our first day back to school, and I listened to the entirety of one book called The Naturals, which is the first book in a series called The Naturals. I forget the author, but it's a young adult, like, mystery thriller style book. And then I started a second book called Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao. It is a Japanese fiction, magical realism, and I'm 63% of the way in. I'm not entirely loving it, but it's enjoyable enough that I'm probably going to finish because it's not that long of a book. Well, it's almost a 10-hour book, but I listen at 2.4 speed, so I will finish. Like right now I have 3 hours and 36 minutes left on the actual book itself, which if I listen at 2.4 speed, I will finish in, it's not telling me. Why is my calculator not working? Anyway, I'll finish relatively soon. So I'm just going to sit out here and listen to that. We got school done this morning. I'm still trying to figure out this calculator. 3 hours, 36 minutes at 2.4. So I'll finish in an hour and a half of listening time, so it's not too bad. We finished school this morning, and Alice is now working on a craft that she started yesterday. She is doing a hand-sewn doll that she had me print out a pattern for her yesterday. I'll show you real quick. This is the pattern she had me print out. And she's making a cartoon Lydia from the Beetlejuice cartoon doll, and it is stupid cute. It's so cute. I'll have to show you. She's doing the hair on it right now, and I think that's all she has left to do on it, so I'll show you when she's all finished. But it is adorable. She's done a really good job. She stayed up way too late last night working on it, unfortunately. I got up to use the restroom around 2 a.m. and she was still awake, and I knew at that point that she was going to be very tired this morning. But she got up for school really well. She didn't give me any issues. Oh, is it done? Oh. I was just telling them about it. I was like,
I heard you.
Oh, she's coming to show you right now. So, it is so cute.
Her hair looks really weird right now. I'm working on it, but...
So, cartoon Lydia from the cartoon Beetlejuice series. Are you going to put it up in the high ponytail?
Yeah.
But she made the body is like stuffed, and then she put rice in the poncho, and so it like weighs it down, and then she's doing the hair on it right now. Why is the hair all uneven?
Because I cut one side and I'm just doing
this
side right now.
Gotcha. It's
She
looking
looks
so cute.
Weird without bangs.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, and then she painted the face on. So big cute cartoon eyes. I love it. I love it.
I'm bringing her trick-or-treating. Is that a wasp?
You're bringing her trick-or-treating?
Yeah.
No, it's a horsefly.
Oh.
The AC just kicked on, or the HVAC unit just kicked on, so now it's going to be noisy out here. But I just wanted to open up the vlog. I didn't want to vlog school today because I don't need to do that every day. But school went well, and we are just having a low-key day. Tonight I'm making tacos for dinner, so that should be easy peasy. And then nothing else on the agenda. So I'm going to get back to listening to this book and responding to some text messages that just came in, and bring you along on the rest of the day. Alright, it is about 1:45, and I was just working on the grocery order for next week, or for this week rather, for next week's meal plan. But I placed the grocery order on Wednesdays, it gets delivered on Thursdays, I upload the video on Fridays. So we do Walmart grocery delivery every week, and I told the kids I wanted them to each pick at least one fruit and one vegetable that they wanted throughout the week. I used to be way more intentional about making sure they got good fruit and veggie like intake when they were younger, because I was preparing all of their meals. I'm still providing all of their meals. But now that they're old enough to like make their own lunch, make their own breakfast, they eat the dinner that I make typically. I find that they're not eating as much fruits and vegetables anymore. So, all that to say, Alice chose peaches and corn on the cob. So we're going to have corn on the cob with our burgers on Saturday. And then Jackson chose cantaloupe and cooked broccoli. So one of the meals we're going to do air fryer cooked broccoli as well. And then I always have like cucumbers and salad stuff on hand too, and like baby carrots and stuff like that. But I just thought that would be a fun way for them to choose their own fruit and veggies for the week. And then I chose a few other things as well. But that's what I'm working on now, and then watching a little bit of YouTube inside. It was starting to get much hotter out now that the afternoon is kind of picking up. The heat's picking up as well. It's currently, 105 degrees outside. So no wonder it was feeling kind of gross. That's the real feel, like with humidity. 106 degrees outside. It just updated. So I came inside where the air conditioning feels amazing. But I just wanted to update you on that. Will is still at work. I feel like he's probably going to have a long day, so I don't want to start dinner yet. It's also only almost 2 o'clock. But sometimes when he gets out of work at like 3, I'll start dinner right before he gets home, so that way he's, hiccups. That way he has a warm meal when he gets home. Since he goes to work so early and sometimes gets out early, we tend to eat dinner kind of based on that schedule. But I'm going to play it by ear today. Once he leaves his last stop and delivery, I will start the taco meat and stuff. And then I need to return, we have a UPS drop-off, just a return item that needs to go back, and he asked if I could do it today. I didn't plan on leaving the house, but I might still go do that and maybe get a coffee. Oh, I was going to make a little energy drink. I have these little energy drink packets from Clean Simple Eats, and I was going to try one because I haven't tried them yet. There's a sour cherry one that I'm going to try, I think. It doesn't have as much caffeine in it as like an energy drink. I think it's like maybe 100 milligrams. So I'm going to go try that, I think. And then I don't know if I'm going to leave the house to go do that return today. I might wait till tomorrow because I don't know if I want to do it, if I'm being honest. It's just hot outside and I don't want to be in the humidity. I also finished Water Moon and started Redeeming 6 by Chloe Walsh. So this is book 4 in the Boys of Tommen series. It is a, it's not really young adult. The characters are young adults, but the content is for 18 or older. It's just got like some heavier topics that are discussed. And so it's not like recommended for younger readers in that realm. But I really enjoyed the series. I read Binding 13, Keeping 13, Saving 6, and now I'm reading Redeeming 6. And then there's something, Taming 7, and then her newest one is something 10. It's all, it's like in the sports world in Ireland. They're heavy, but they're good. I've really enjoyed them. Anyway, all that to say, finished Water Moon. I gave it 2 stars. Let me tell you why. It was written beautifully. However, the premise of the book, which was a pawn shop where you can pawn your regrets and like live your life differently, that was kind of the premise, and that's what sold me on it. That was not what the book was really about. That was a very small part of the beginning of the book, and then the book took you on this adventure, which sounds grand in the great in the grand scheme of things. Took you on this adventure to a whole other different places that did not like rely on the premise of the book. I don't know. So really, I kind of got lost on it. But the writing was beautiful. I can tell why people like the book. It was just not for me because I was going into it with one idea of what it was going to be about, and then it was something completely different. So I can't like willingly recommend it to a friend. So that's why it's only got a 2-star. A 3-star book for me is I would recommend it. It was good and I enjoyed it. So even though it felt like I should give it a 3-star because like it was written beautifully, it didn't feel like a 3-star to me. And I never give 2 stars, so I felt kind of bad, but just the way my ratings are, I guess. So that was my take on that book, but started Redeeming 6. I'm only 2 chapters in, so it's a really long book. It's like 32 hours long, which at the speed I listen to, it'll still take me like 14 hours to get through it, 13 or 14 hours. So it's a little bit of a time dedication if you start this series. All of the books are pretty long, but I've enjoyed them. So anyway, that's my book update and my grocery shopping update and my life update as of 1:45 this afternoon. This is the energy drink mix I was talking about from Clean Simple Eats. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up with some water and ice cubes and see how it tastes. Alright, so first sip vibes. Let's see how this tastes. It is a little sour. Sour cherry. It's got good flavor though. I did about 8 to 10 ounces of water and some ice and just mixed it up. So I'm going to enjoy that for a nice little refreshing drink. And I think Alice is done. No, are you done with your Lydia? She just left me without answering me. I don't think she's done. I thought she was because she stood up. But I don't know. What are you doing?
Putting hairspray on her.
Why are you putting hairspray on her?
So her hair won't fall back.
She's putting hairspray on the yarn hair. Like you do. So here's her completed Lydia. She's super cute. I love her. And I also love this girl too. Aww. I like her. You did a really good job. You spent a lot of hours on her.
Yeah.
You were up really late.
Yeah. Like
And spent
13
all of
hours.
yesterday on it.
I started at 2 and ended like 2:30 p.m. and ended around 2 a.m.
So that was like 12 and a half hours plus the time that you put in it today. When she gets started on a project, it's hard to pull her away. So I try not to interrupt the creative process, which is why I didn't force her to go to bed, because I knew she was in a groove. So I just let it roll. And she got up for school just fine this morning, and she'll go to bed earlier tonight, hopefully. Right? Right? Okay, so we did leave the house because if you know Alice, she's really good at needing to find someplace to go. So you can explain to them where'd we go and why, and speak nice and loud.
We went to Spirit Halloween to get this.
She wanted the red wedding dress Lydia doll because she already has. Set that one down. Show them your black dress one. Your arm was like covering it. She has the funeral one with the camera around the neck.
I don't.
Is it not a funeral one?
No, there was only a funeral and a musical.
Oh, ignore me. It's just her in a black dress. And then she's had the little wedding dress Lydia for a while now. And she wanted the big one. So she's been doing, hi. She did some extra chores around the house today. She had money for it, but she didn't want to she didn't want to spend all of her money. So she's like, can I do extra chores? She deep cleaned the bathroom for me, which needed it. And so I'm very grateful. So I paid her well for that. And then she's going to mop later, I think, to make up for some of it. Because that doll was $27. Oh my goodness, the wind just picked up and the leaves are blowing everywhere. That's crazy. I looked outside and it looked like fall for a moment. Oh, I'm so excited for fall. So we went to Spirit Halloween, did that, and then she's like, I really want a root beer float. Can we stop and get ice cream? And I said, well, I have to return this thing of your dad's. Remember I mentioned earlier in the vlog that I had to go to UPS to drop off the package, and it's in the same parking lot as Kroger. So I dropped off the package, and then we went into Kroger and just got a bucket of vanilla ice cream, and she is having a root beer float right now, despite the fact that we have not had dinner yet. It is 5:17. Will is almost done with his workday. He's back at the plant and dropping off the semi, unloading the pallets, and he has to finish some paperwork and then he'll be home. So as soon as he texts me that he's on his way home, I'm going to start dinner because it's only going to take me about 10-15 minutes to make. I just have to fry up the hamburger, and I always bulk up. So I use 1 pound of ground beef, and I always bulk it up with a can of black beans and sometimes rice. I'm going to keep the rice out of the mixture this time because I'm going to keep it on the side, and that way I can have cauliflower rice with mine and everyone else can have cilantro lime rice with theirs. So I'm just going to keep it separate. Oh, sometimes I also throw in a can of diced tomatoes in with the ground beef and black beans. It really bulks it up, and it's really good. The flavor is great, so no one complains here, and it stretches the ground beef, because otherwise I have to do like 2 pounds of ground beef in order to make enough bulk wise in order to feed the family, because I make enough for leftovers the next day. So we're heading back into our Taco Tuesdays now that school's back in session, and I'd like to have leftovers on Wednesday, so that way I'm not cooking again right away. So that's the plan there. So I'm gonna start dinner shortly, but I'm just waiting to hear from Will. All right, so dinner is done. It is 5:50 p.m. Will just walked in the door. So this is, like I said, 1 pound of ground beef seasoned with taco seasoning, a can of rinsed black beans, and a can of drained tomatoes. And then, ignore the garbage, Jack has to take that out, or Alice does. Tortillas, I have the carb counter ones for myself. Some Mexican blend cheese, salsa, sour cream, cilantro lime rice for everyone else, and then cauliflower rice for me, Spanish cauliflower rice. I think it's a bird's eye frozen one. And we're gonna go ahead and make some plates. And for dessert, I'm gonna have one of these Yasso mint chocolate chip ice cream or frozen Greek yogurt bars. They are, I think, 100 calories, 5 grams of protein if I'm remembering correctly, and really, really yummy. Alrighty friends, it is just about 8 o'clock. We have finished dinner and cleaned up from dinner, and I had that ice cream bar. And then a little bit after that, I had some peanut butter toast because I was still hungry and wanted some more protein. So,
8 o'clock.
Yes, it's already almost 8 o'clock. Lame. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out so I can get it up and scheduled for tomorrow morning. So thanks for coming along on another day. Drop a comment, share some love, and I will see you again on the next one. Bye.